Welcome in today on HHS TV. We have an On the Rack, Teachers at Harriton, a report about the new art in the hallways, and finally, a news flash. With our anchors Natalie Goldstein and Diana Ramlawi, that's all right now, live from the Harriton High School television studio in Rosemont, Pennsylvania. This is the RAM Report.
Good morning, Harriton. I'm Natalie Goldstein.
Along with Diana Ramlawi.
First up, we have an On the Rack.
Hello, everyone. My name is Isaac.
And I'm Tre and Isaac.
Welcome back to On the Rack.
Starting off with Harriton baseball, the Rams beat Springfield Delco in a close 3-2 game last week with a complete game from Sam Bonenkamp with 9 strikeouts and only 2 runs and 3 hits allowed. Looking forward to more from the Rams baseball team.
On to Harriton girls softball. They have a home game against Bishop Shanahan tonight at 4. Make sure to show out and support.
And following an overtime win against LM, Harriton boys lacrosse has a huge game after spring break against Pencrest. Again, let's show out and support.
We'd also like to give a special congrats to McKenna Williams for being Mainline Girls Athlete of the Week.
Harriton's flag football tournament between grades, the HINK, is coming up. Everyone be on the lookout for more information. There's no experience needed.
Thank you all for watching today's episode of On the Rack.
We'll be back with more Harriton sports news soon. For HarritonTV, I'm Tre and Isaac.
And I'm Isaac Galhouse. Back to the news desk.
Thanks, Tre and Isaac, for the On the Rack. Good luck to all the sports teams this week.
Next up, we visit the Social Studies Department for another episode of Teachers at Harriton.
Hey Harriton, I'm Anna Zhang, and this week for Teachers at Harriton, we're interviewing the History Department.
Hi, I'm Mr. Bischoff, and I teach U.S. History AP, and I teach Global Studies DOS.
I'm Jameson Warren, Harriton teacher, Global Studies, and AP Human Geography.
Click, and I teach Global 2 Honors in College Prep and Ivy Psychology.
Christine DeWork, and I teach AP Psychology, Regular Psychology, Economics, and AP Government. Oh my!
I'm Mr. Rappaport. I teach U.S. History, and I teach American Government.
I am Mr. Schweitzer, and I teach Economics and Government.
You're not going to mention your title as like head of Greaves Inc. That doesn't matter to you.
We run a sweatshop.
First question, who's your favorite president?
Abraham Lincoln.
It would have to be Barack Obama.
I'd have to go with Barack Obama.
Calvin Coolidge, can't beat the name.
Probably Ulysses S. Grant. Yeah, he kind of embodies that ordinary person will find their way and succeed in some way.
Next question, why history? Economics in this case.
I think it's a really helpful way of seeing the world and why things work the way they do and why people behave the way they do.
Yeah, it's like a bit like psychology because you're like predicting what happens.
No, that's the exact opposite of
psychology.
Change over time, and let's not repeat the mistakes of the past.
It's important to understand what has happened as historical precedent to understand our present.
We learn about the present if we study the past. I always found the courses in college and in high school the most interesting.
Actually, I don't teach history right now. There's history involved, but that's why it's called the Social Studies Department.
Okay, wait guys, we gotta rename this from History Department to Social Studies Department. And this week for Teachers at Harriton, we're interviewing the Social Studies Department. Next question.
Pinch Coke, buy me a Coke. That's Jinx.
Jinx, like knock on wood. So
Yeah.
it's like, what's your favorite place to travel to?
Would have to be Ghana, West Africa. Hardest working students I've ever seen, and so kind and gracious.
The beach.
So nice.
The beach.
That's nice. I don't like the sand. I can't. I mean,
More
I
of a
guess.
mountain person?
No, it's just like, you know, when you have long hair, it's just like.
I wouldn't know that.
Heading to Italy this summer with my wife. That'll be cool.
So you're just gonna like eat good Italian food?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
America. I like anywhere with a beach.
Like if I'm looking to like, let's say, surf.
Mr. Bischoff's the surfer.
Oh, okay.
But I do like body surfing, but he's the expert.
I'm going to stay in the continental United States.
Okay.
and say San Diego.
Oh my
San
God,
Diego's
so
the
fun.
best.
That's
And
so fun.
and the vibe's like real chill. Like if you want to find trouble, you can find trouble, but usually people are kind of like real balanced and not really edgy.
And it's like the weather helps,
Yeah.
you know.
And good food. Sorry.
Good food. What are your note-taking tips? I'm an A push and like I struggle every night. I'm like,
Read a paragraph, close the book, put it in your own words.
I teach Cornell notes at the 9th grade level, but I recognize by sophomore year and beyond, most students have their own system of taking notes.
And that's it for interviewing the social studies department.
Thanks, Anna, for that episode.
Recently, you may have noticed some spring decorations being hung up around the school. Several of the art clubs collaborated to create the decorations over the last couple of months. With more information, we turn to Natalie.
Hey Harriton, I'm Natalie. Recently you may have noticed the new decorations going on. NHS Zenith and Knitting and Crochet Club worked together over the past couple months to create the decorations for spring that you see all over the school. The Knitting and Crochet Club crocheted different vines and butterflies to go up around the school. Zenith created wisteria flowers and paper flowers. Also, NHS made flower chains and decorated the windows by drawing flowers. Now, I will interview some of the leaders who contributed.
I'm Diana Ramlawi and I'm representing Knitting and Crochet Club.
What did your club do to prepare for the spring decorations?
We've been making a bunch of crochet vines along with some butterflies, some bees, and just like some flowers.
William, I'm representing Zenith.
I'm Amy, also the same.
I'm Ava, also Zenith.
I'm Hannah, also Zenith. Our jobs were to make these flowers that hang upside down from the ceiling. And we also made some wisteria flowers to hang from the main staircase.
How did you divide up the work in your club?
We mostly just had people in our club come in and do it whenever they could. We do learn sessions and they're only 30 minutes each anyways. And then we just supplied the materials, and then if people were free to come, they would come in and they'd help us make flowers and stuff like that.
Thanks for tuning into this segment, and be on the lookout for the new spring decorations all around the school. Now, back to the news desk.
Thanks for that report.
The decorations around the school are looking great. Next, a news flash from Sam with recent news at Harriton.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Newsflash, where I quickly share important local news. Lower Merion's new superintendent, Dr. Frank Ranelli, is set to take office April 14th. He comes with six years of experience as superintendent of Piscataway. While in office, he expanded support for mental health and social emotional learning. He also created a preschool program. In other news, Harriton's concert choir performed at the legendary Carnegie Hall last weekend. They were featured performers in the Harmonic Convergence concert and performed 5 pieces. Expect a full report on the next RAM Report. Next week is spring break, meaning all schools will be closed from Monday the 14th to Friday the 18th. All district offices will be closed on the 17th and 18th. That's all for today's Newsflash. Back to the news desk.
Please make sure you fill out the start time survey sent to you by Mr. Warschauer.
That's all from us today. We thank you for joining us.
From all of us here at HarritonTV, have a great spring break.
I'm Natalie.
And I'm Diana.
And this is the RAM Report.